Plenty of ground to cover here in the Sunday video report. Coming up in a moment, 2 free picks. Going to take a look at the Washington-Atlanta game, plus a 2-team teaser for you involving the Patriots, Broncos, Giants, Browns. And today, the charity play of the week is going. I have all the details for that. It's won each of the last 2 weeks, 10 of the last 15. Charity play of the week details coming up in a moment, plus a rundown of who's hot and who's not. But first, guys, you realize you are less than hours away from kickoff of this week's Fantasy Football League contest. You know, every single week over the past 2 years, I've run a fantasy football contest in conjunction with DraftStreet.com, which is free for you to enter every single week. But last week and this week once more, we've raised the prize package. Now, $500 of my money at stake. Guys, the winner is guaranteed to win $300. Second place, you win $100. Third place, you win $50. Top five, finishing the money, $500 total prize package. Again, the winner gets $300. You can read about last week's contest right beneath me. Guys, you get a mythical $100,000 bankroll to put together your team. You've got to draft a couple of quarterbacks, a couple of running backs, a couple of wide receivers, a tight end. You put together your team with that $100,000 salary cap. You've got until 1 o'clock Eastern Time to finalize your roster. Unlike your father's fantasy league football, unlike the type of rotisserie leagues play that I used to play years and years ago, where you had to wait till the end of the season to divvy up the money, this contest is over right after tomorrow's game between the Jets and the Texans, and we'll announce the winner here on Tuesday for you. Again, $300 first prize, $100 second prize, $50 third prize, top five, finishing the money, free contest to enter. You can enter it every single week, guys. You're playing against me, and trust me, I sucked last. Actually, I've sucked each of the last 2 weeks. Since finishing number 8 in week number 1, I've gone right down to 2s. But hey, you're playing against me, Steve Buda, and other handicappers here at the site. Among yourselves, free Fantasy Football League contest. Click on the ad here on the site, and it's that easy to get involved. Now, let's talk about Anthony Red, guys. Congratulations to A-Red. He came out yesterday, and he went for it, and he delivered. First ever 150-dime play of his career. Naturally, the biggest play in college football he's ever had. And you got to keep this in perspective, guys. Anthony Red has been a professional sports handicapper for 15 years here in Vegas. He joined the site back in 2009. The plays you get are the plays he is betting as well. Well, yesterday he had the biggest play period in college football. First ever 150-dime play. Backed another dog. You know how he loves the dogs. And he cashed in yesterday. Florida getting 1.5 to 2 points in the swamp outright in a dominating defensive performance against LSU. And today, guys, he's going right back to the pups. 75-dime winner, number 2 in a row and 3 out of 4. It's a huge dog on today's card. FYI, the last 2 75-dime plays he has cashed with have both been in college football. Last Saturday, not yesterday, but the Saturday prior, he had Duke outright over Wake Forest. And the week before that, he had Clemson getting the cover in that game they should have won against Florida State. This was on the heels, of course, the 40-dime winner he had on Utah State on Friday night, hit with the Bears last Monday night. Listen, guys. Here's what happens when a handicapper here at the site has a big play, one of these monstrous releases. Tons and tons of people get the play. You understand why. And then what happens the next day, because they're playing big money on the games, is a huge percentage of those guys then come back and then make a long-term commitment of 30 days or more to that particular handicapper. I got a special offer for you. Yesterday, A-Red's play cost $89, okay? Listen, I know so many of you out there today are going to sign up for a package for his plays, so let me save you and give you that $89 right back again. I'm not joking around, guys, here. It's a neat thing. I've thought about this. I know how the buying pattern is. So basically, you got the play yesterday and it cost you $89. Today, you can get $89 off any purchase of a 30-day longer package. Jesus, I can't even talk. 30-day or longer package from Anthony Red by using this passcode. Anthony89. I should say coupon code. Anthony89. His first name, Anthony, Anthony, and the number 89. No space between Anthony and 89. So, for example, 30 days of service, $429. Boom. Take $89 right off the top. What's that? $360 for 30 days of service? That's all his plays, guys. Understand, every handicapper at their site, there is nothing more. There is nothing better. There is no 800 service. There's no 900 numbers. There's no personal private plays. Everything you see is what you get here on the site. 60 days of a service, $749. Boom, take $89 off the top simply by using that coupon code Anthony89, Anthony89. So again, the $89 you played yesterday to buy his play, you paid yesterday to play his play, you get it right back today by using that coupon code if you're interested in making a commitment of 30 days or longer. And FYI, the plays, the packages on this site, they cost the same today as they did yesterday, as they did 2 weeks ago, as they did a month and a half ago. Prices didn't change, guys. I don't play those type of games. You want to get ripped off, go someplace else. I mean, I don't have time for that crap. Okay, let's also talk about... geez, I lost my train of thought here. Let's talk about Shawn Michaels. Because today, Shawn, going for it once more. He has been a terror in the NFL. NFL winner number 20 out of 29 overall. Now, that's over the past 3 years. Because remember, he's not an everyday handicapper. He just comes and goes. He's another guy here in Vegas who you're getting the same plays he bets, but he doesn't play every single day. Just not into it. He works in the financial world, to be honest with you. That's what his real job is. He works in the financial world for a corporation. He's been a handicapper and a gambler for all these years as well. Well, today, not only does he has NFL winner number 20 out of 29, but he also has 100 dime winner in the NFL number 22 out of 28. That's right. He is on a 21-6 run with 100 dime releases in the NFL over the past 4 years combined, hitting 7 out of 10 already this season, preseason and regular season combined. And tonight, it's his one and only 100 dime Sunday night game of the year on the Saints and the Chargers. Twice as strong as the biggest college play he's had so far this season. The 50-dime winner on Utah State plus the points at BYU on Friday night. 4 times bigger than Saturday's 25-dime winner on Clemson. How about Clemson, guys? Did you see the end of that game? Did you see Clemson there, second and goal? I was wondering if they'd push it through. Thank God they pushed it through to get everybody the cover on the Tigers yesterday. FYI, $10 bettors have won $10,400 following Shawn's football advice, college and pro, over the past 3 years. Bob Valentino, best bet winner number 6 out of 7 goes today. 75-dime NFL dog number 3 in a row. That's right, 3 in a row. Part 1 was Seattle outright over Dallas in week number 2. Part number 2 was Carolina in the near upset of the Atlanta Falcons as a 7-point road dog last week. He's 4-0 so far in the NFL regular season, making $10 bettors $2,300. $10 bettors have won $2,300 overall with his last 6 plays. All sports combined. Again, 75-dime NFL dog of the year, number 3 in a row. I tell you the good, I got to tell you the bad. That's how we roll here, guys. Trace Adams, unfortunately, yesterday did not cash in with his third straight 2,000-star double-year wager release. I mean, he had Marshall. I mean, it was a nip-and-tuck game. Marshall and Tulsa. Marshall was just so close throughout that game. Thundering Herd couldn't get it done as the home dog, so he loses that play. Scott Delaney was going for, I think it was 100 dime winner number 22 out of 32, including his second in a row in consecutive Saturdays. Couldn't get it done. Nevada, nowhere close to getting the cover. One other guy I do want to, and Derek Mancini. Derek Mancini had his second largest college football play ever in his career, 80 dime release, Texas, a loser against West Virginia. What a great game. I mean, listen, you know, there's 2 schools of thought. You may have enjoyed watching LSU in Florida, that defensive battle. Not me. Okay, now I'm watching the game. Guys always ask me what's my favorite play on the board. Whoever has the big play from a particular handicapper, when they go out like Anthony did yesterday, the Florida Gators were my favorite game on the board, okay? That's how it goes. But to watch that game, oh, God, it was like agony. When I used to be a reporter, to have to go to one of those games, you might as well send me to cover NASCAR. Watch the little cars go around the track 242 times. I mean, boring. No, the game that I liked watching yesterday, well, there are 2 games. I had Kansas State, so I like Kansas State, Kansas, and the Texas-West Virginia game. You know, 21-7, Mountaineers up, boom, then Texas comes back, then fourth quarter, back and forth, West Virginia wins the game outright. That is my type of game. Anyway, where was I going with this? I even forgot where the hell I was going with this particular contest. Oh, anyway, so Derek Mancini lost that game. But I do want to mention also one other hot handicapper, and that is going to be Jeff Benton. I just want to see, he sent me a note here. He's going to have a 100 dime play, number 2 in a row. Last Sunday it was on the Carolina Panthers. And again, he had a 30-dimer on Pittsburgh on Friday night, getting the half-point cover at Syracuse. Had a 50-dime winner on South Carolina on Saturday. That means $10 bettors have won $2,420 over the past 10 days coming into today's card. And he's got his 100-dime max winner number 2 in a row going today. Okay, guys, as promised, it is the Charity Play of the Week. Now, you know with the Charity Play of the Week, it is something that I started back in March because I feel that there's some greater good that we can do in gambling. I give you a play of a top handicapper for free. And if it wins, then I ask you, anonymously, if you care, the next day, to make a donation of any amount, $5, $50, $500, whatever the hell you want to do. The point is that you make the donation to a charity, an organization, a family, somebody in need. Somebody needs some type of financial assistance, which I will then post right here under the video report. If the play wins today, you'll see that tomorrow. If the play doesn't win, well, hey, there's no guarantees in gambling. That's the bottom line. Charity Play of the Week has won each of the past 2 weeks, 10 of the last 15 weeks. I was one of the plays 2 weeks ago, in fact. I was one of the plays with the winner. I just feel that in the business that we are in, gambling on games, you need karma, guys. You need karma everyday life. You need some karma in gambling. I think this is a great way to create it. And at the same time, it does good for those that are in need. Since I started this program in March, I've given away over $850,000 worth of plays. Now, did you guys make $850,000 worth of donations? No. I mean, I wish I could say, I knew for a fact that it was true, but that you did give away, donate that much money, but you didn't. You've all contributed a hell of a lot of money over the year. Because, listen, again, just because I'm giving you a play that's worth $70, I know that you're gambling on it, but I know that you may be betting $12 on the play. You may be, the average sportsbook wager is $14 to $16. That's the average sportsbook wager at offshore sportsbooks, okay? Here in Vegas, obviously, it's a little bigger. People are walking up generally playing minimum $25. That's just how they roll. It's different when you're walking up to the window as opposed to sitting at home on your computer. It's a different thing. So because we've given away $850,000 worth of revenue in that time period, doesn't mean necessarily that you all gave it. The thing that I guess that frustrates me the most is that I would guess that only about 50% of you, after getting the plays, actually make a donation. How you look yourself in the mirror the next morning is beyond me. But anyway, today I'm turning to Chuck O'Brien. He's got his NFL total of the year. This guy is, along with Chris Jordan, they are the 2 best total handicappers at this site. For example, in baseball, he closed the baseball season on a 48-27 run with baseball totals, okay? Making $10 bettors $4,177 with his baseball totals alone, okay? Today, he's got his NFL total of the year winner. Number 4 in a row. He's won it 3 straight seasons and 7 of the last 9 years. 3 in a row and 7 of the last 9. And it's a 40-dime play, almost as strong as his 50-dime winner number 2 in a row yesterday on Duke in a pick'em game, 42-17 over Virginia. If you were to get that play from Chuck directly, it would cost you $65. But you can get it for free, the Charity Play of the Week, simply by using this coupon code, 65 points. 65 points. 65 P-O-I-N-T-S. 65 points. No space between it. If you happen to be a newcomer to the site, guys, you go to Chuck O'Brien's page. You click on the Buy Now button after you create an account. It takes you like a minute to create an account. You put the play of Chuck into your shopping cart. It'll say $65. Little box. Enter a coupon code if you have one. Put in 65 points. 65 P-O-I-N-T-S. No space between 65 and points. Then hit the submit button. It's going to show you a net cost of $0. Again, if the play wins tomorrow, we'll talk about it. I'll find a charity for you to make a donation to, hopefully. And that's, again, how we roll. It's won 2 straight weeks, 10 of the last 15, and I'm doing it every single week till hell freezes over. I told you that back in March, and I've made good on my promise, so hopefully we'll cash in with a winner. Chuck O'Brien, by the way, last 19 days, $10 bettors have won $1,930. Okay, let me get to your free picks, guys. First of all, I'm going to give you a 2-team teaser. I like looking in teasers, which, listen, teasers are not sucker plays. Parlays, if you're playing multiple parlays, or if you're playing a parlay as the best bet on the board, I think they're sucker plays. Hard enough to win one game, let alone win two games in a parlay. That's just my personal opinion. I think if you play parlays as like secondary plays, tertiary plays, Handicapper used the word tertiary. I think that's kind of a cool thing. It's a way to, spend a little to maybe maximize your winnings with spending little on your investment. Teasers, on the other hand, I love teasers. It's funny, Anthony Red doesn't love teasers. Anthony Red, myself, and Shawn Michaels, we've often talked here in Vegas about teasers. Shawn loves teasers. I mean, Christ, he's won like 26 of his last 36 teaser plays in all sports. I love teasers. What I look for in teasers is certain numbers. If I can get a home favorite of 9 points or less, I'll consider playing a standard two-team teaser. Oh, another guy that is great with teasers is Craig Davis, by the way. So I'm looking at today's card, and I see New England and Denver. Okay, I've got New England 6.5 to 7 at home against Denver. I don't know if the Patriots can cover that number. I really still have my questions about the Patriots defense. At the same time, I just don't know, are we going to get Peyton Manning, who led the Broncos to 27 unanswered points in last Sunday's win at home against Oakland, or are we going to get the Peyton Manning that came out firing but could only generate 10 points in the first half against a bad Raiders defense? Are we going to get the Peyton Manning that threw the 3 interceptions in the first half in the loss at Atlanta and then came on in gangbusters in the second half? Just don't know. So, again, two-team teaser. You're telling me I can take New England at home? Virtually pick-em game? I'm all on Tom Brady on that one, guys. You don't have to ask me twice. You don't have to convince me twice. So I like New England in this particular spot in the first half of the teaser, again, at home. So the other part of the teaser, I like the New York Giants. Giants in this game at home against Cleveland. Of course, the Giants coming back home after the loss at Philadelphia. It's probably going to be a rainy affair, 60-70% chance of rain in this particular contest today, but I like them to bounce back. Do I think they can cover that 9 number? I'm not sure. Do I think that they certainly will bounce back coming off the loss to Philadelphia and having played so poorly in their first 2 home games, losing outright in the season opener to the Cowboys and then having to rally thanks to Eli Manning's magnificent second half performance against Tampa Bay? Yes, I think they will rebound with those 2 things in mind. So I like New York Giants at anywhere from -3 to -2 at home, in a teaser with New England at -0.5 point to -1 at home against Denver. So that's your 2-team teaser. The other game, I think that a lot of people are going to be on Atlanta and Washington today to go over the total. And listen, it may happen. Again, you have to look at your weather report for the East Coast games today, because it seems like everywhere in the mid-Atlantic states, you've got heavy rain forecast. I think there's like a 70% chance of rain forecast in the nation's capital for this 1 o'clock Eastern time kickoff. I instead would rather go with the Falcons. I think the Falcons got their wake-up call last week when they really stumbled their way and needed a miraculous rally to come back and win against Carolina at home as a 7.5 point favorite to remain undefeated in that 30-28 victory. Listen, the Falcons offense has been getting the job done, 31 points a game. They're 2-0 straight up and against the spread on the road. They rolled over Kansas City in their opener 40-24. They dominated San Diego, handing the Chargers only lost 27-3. You've got a Washington team that puts up plenty of points on the board. We know that RG3 and company, they're averaging 26 points a game. Problem is they're giving up 31 points a game. I think that if this is muddy field conditions, Falcons have the advantage with Michael Turner. Okay? I also think the Falcons will be able to attack this Washington secondary, because the secondary isn't that bad, but they get very little support from a pass rush, which is pretty much non-existent at time for the Skins, and a very weak linebacker crew. Washington has lost 7 consecutive straight-up games at home. They're 4-13 straight up at home during Mike Shanahan's tenure. So, I don't think Matt Ryan's going to be sacked 7 times like the Panthers got to him last week, okay? So, again, I'm going to go with Atlanta here. The line is 3. If you're going to play it, I'd go ahead and buy down the half point in this particular contest. So those are the freebies. You got the charity play of the week information. You know all about the free fantasy football contest with $500 of my money at stake, $300 going to the winner, guaranteed first place winner, $300, $100 for second place, $50 for third, fourth, and fifth place. You finishing the money as well. I can't talk anymore today, guys. We got to get rolling, and I'll catch you again on Monday.